Now is Kaylee's father, Steve Gonzalez. Steve, thank you so much for joining Top Story. And I also want to say I'm so sorry that you have to join us and that we have to speak like this. I know you were doing this to speak for your daughter, but I am so sorry this is a situation you find yourself in at all. I want to start with just asking you about that selfie that everyone has now seen. What went through your head? What did it feel like when you saw that selfie of Brian Kohberger allegedly taken hours after your daughter and her housemates were murdered?
It was a trophy. He made himself a trophy. He felt like at that point he had just returned from the crime scene. There was no one there, and he believed, very confident. That's what the thumbs up. He's going to look back at that, remember what he got away with, and it's a challenge to Idaho to let everybody know that he thought he could kill people in our state, get away with it. He was far smarter than everyone else around him, and he studied it. He's trying to be a PhD in it. So I think it was a challenge to Idaho, and I think Idaho will definitely step up, and he's going to regret that photo.
Steve, I want to also ask you about one of the requests the defense is making to the judge, asking that they do not allow spectators to wear T-shirts with pictures of the victims on them or anything like words in the memory of. How does that make you feel?
It's petty. I don't worry about it, though. My daughter's, justice and getting this conviction is much more important than wearing a shirt. I've never worn a shirt in court. They'll never be able to ever show that I ever did. So, when you got somebody facing, death row, you probably should focus more on, the case and the evidence rather than who's going to be in there witnessing it.
The defense has also claimed that they're going to present alternate perpetrators. Do you believe there is anyone else involved in the murder of your daughter and her housemates?
No, not at all. There's surveillance all around there. You're going to clearly see who was coming into the place and exactly when they were leaving and what that vehicle looked like when it took that corner. This case is solid. It's super solid, and we look forward to it. They're just trying to delay it, but it's time to pay the piper. We're all going to see what the state has, and I'm very confident in what they have.
How is your family holding up and handling all of this? I mean, last week we heard the 911 call partially released. We've seen this selfie now. What is it like for you and your family to keep having these items, these bits of information come out?
It is hard. It's very hard. You kind of just prepare your family, tell them to stay away from the TV, stay away from, parts of the internet. So, but it's nice to get this information out. It's good to see the facts. I mean, it's weird to wait 2.5 years to know like some of the final things that, your child has been through. We're still waiting on even like laptops and things that, so we can see, her playlist and things that she was working on. It's tough. It's tough to go through this, but, I just think of all the officers and, the FBI agents and all the hard work that they put into this. So, I can wait and, we can get this out. We can figure it out.
As we move closer to seeing Brian Kohberger actually face a jury and answer to these charges, what for you and your family is the thing you hope people focus on the most when that coverage really gets in full swing? What is it you hope people don't forget about what y'all have experienced or about your daughter?
I think if people can concentrate on how much victims they were, how these people were just going through their everyday life, trying to be educated, try to be like the best type of human being that you could possibly be. And even having all the way from like their meals that they shared together till their Uber ride, they weren't drinking and driving, they weren't doing anything bad, and come home and to go to your bed and to have some stranger he's not even a part of our state, he just didn't even belong here, and to have that person sneak into your home and kill you in your bed. If there wasn't ever a moment for people to rally together and say, it's time to take this to the full closure and have a message that's out there so we can kind of point to say, we put our foot down right here. And, when we have these school shooters and people that do these mass murders, maybe we have to start, putting our foot down and taking it to the darkest part, all the way till we finalize these people, and then maybe we can stop having these so often.
Have you been able to speak to any of the other families, Ethan's family, Zaina's or Maddie's?
Yeah, I've spoken to all the families, some more than others, but yeah, I mean, Karen will call. She'll call us in the middle of the night, So we know if you're struggling, you're having a hard day, that you pick up that phone and you spend some time talking talking to somebody. Mm-hmm. And I love talking about Maddie all the time, so it's it's pretty easy for us to do.
Are you and the other families confident right now that prosecutors have what they need to get a conviction here?
Yeah. They broke that down early on, and they basically outlined a couple different scenarios. And one of those was, hopefully this person comes out and says that he was framed. Was ideal, because that basically just means there's so much evidence that he just can't combat it. We didn't think we'd get as lucky as no alibi. We thought he'd think it out, and he is a smart guy. I figured he'd have some better way to explain what he was doing that night. I mean, I could think of a lot of better ways he could have done it. Really tricky stuff, but he didn't. And luckily, the case is going to be, it's going to be handled, and we'll get the eventual. We'll never get our kids back. I take that over any of this, but this is the best that we can make of the situation that we're in.
Steve Gonzalez, thank you so much for joining us. And I promise you we will remember Ethan, Kaylee, Zaina, and Maddie as we move forward covering whatever happens next with this trial. We appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.